What's going on? What's happening here? What you are looking at is an empty mat. But I have something very exciting that I'm going to place on this mat. This is something I've wanted for many, many years and finally had the opportunity to get. And it is this. Check this beauty out. This is a Saito FA-40 open rocker engine. Just arrived today. Giddy as a schoolgirl about this thing. Now, it didn't just come like this. It came with the box, exhaust header, tools, which I will be using, rather rusty old glow plug extender thing, which I won't be using, two little decals, and the paperwork also. I'm super stoked about this, and what I'm about to do is probably going to cause people tremendous anxiety. But because I know that this is not a new engine, it has been run, because I can tell by looking at the exhaust port or the exhaust valve stem, I can see that it's been run. I'm going to do something unprecedented, and I'm actually going to take a look inside this engine. I'm not going to completely tear the engine down, believe me, but I do want to at least take the head off so that I can take a look at the underside of the valves, and then I promise I'll put it right back together. Believe me, this is an engine that I don't plan on ever selling. This is going to be in my personal collection probably for as long as I live and breathe on this planet, and I will be making other videos of this as I run it, because like you know, I do run my engines. So a couple of things I want to explain and talk to you about first, because I've just discovered them myself, which I think is interesting, is that this is a beautiful open rocker engine, and I was curious today as I was waiting for this to arrive what the pushrod situation was like. And I don't know if you can see, but these things turn very freely. They just rotate in there, and you can very easily just pop them out. Now here's what the pushrod looks like. You can get this a little closer here, put it in my palm. It's a machine piece that fits directly into these cupped areas, and let me take a closer look at it. It doesn't look like there's an up or a down, so when I put it in, I can just easily put it right back in place like that. Now let me put my magnifier on, because obviously if I'm going to take this thing down a little bit, I want to know how to do it. Another thing that's interesting about this setup is the exhaust header is held on. It just kind of inserts into this exhaust port, and then you just secure it with a screw. It doesn't screw in or thread into the head. Same thing with this intake manifold. It just is secured there, and there's one single screw that holds this in place down here. Now I read something really interesting about this engine in the review, and if you look closely at this carb, you can actually take the intake manifold off and mount this carb directly to the top. And run the engine just like this. In fact, from what I read on the article, it says this method is actually recommended if you're side mounting the engine. Now, I don't know that my engine test stand is set up to have the throttle lever moved in this direction. I might take a quick look at that. I'd like to run it like this, but I really don't know if I will. But it's a pretty cool little deal there. So we can take that out. These parts are right there. Now the other thing that's interesting about this is it comes with this spanner wrench, or this box end wrench that is used to, you know, adjust the rocker arms or the valve lash. Well, if you notice here, the pin to hold the rocker arm in place is actually a screw pin, or it's a longer screw, and it actually has the same size nut on it. So like with other Saito engines where this pinion gear or this pin is just kind of threaded into the boss, this one you can actually simply take that nut off and you don't have to really worry about heating that thing up and all that kind of funny stuff. And this thing comes out very easily. There's that pin, there's the rocker arm, and I'm going to keep all of these things very well segregated here, and the push rod that was on that side. Now Marco, if you're watching this video, you'll be interested to know that yes, I am using the Turnage screwdrivers that you sent me for this operation. Again, thank you very much for that. Now at some point I'll check these rocker or the push rods out and make sure that they are identical. Actually, you probably don't even need to take the thing off. I can probably get at, let's use this one here. It's thinner but not as wide. Another thing is there's these little Teflon spacers that I got to make sure that I don't lose. And remember that they go on the inside. So there you have it. The rocker arms are off. Now it's time to loosen these head screws up. Wow, this has one run on it, if even that. I mean, obviously it's got one run on it because I can tell that. But look how beautiful that is. Let me make sure there's not a shim or anything under here. And this looks very much like the Saito FA-40 I had. A bowl-shaped combustion chamber. And both of these valves are kind of already dark, but that's probably just the color of the part itself. Smells like maybe it had some corrosion X put in it. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do to this engine. I am not going to do anything further with this. I don't even... Yeah, I think I'll take this back plate off real quick too. Just for the sake of curiosity, I don't think there's anything that's going to be hurt or damaged by doing this. I know curiosity is killing the cat. I'm quite curious myself. Curious to see if this gasket is going to survive. you have it. Oh, look at that bearing. That bearing looks just absolutely pristine. I don't know if I can get the angle right so that you can actually see that bearing. Yeah, there you go, a little bit. Okay, so this is beautiful. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I want to put this beautiful thing back together. I know many people are already cringing that I've gone and done this already, but sometimes you gotta make some sacrifices for the video. Okay. Now let's attempt this rocker arm reinstallation. Drop my visor down here again. Gotta make sure I get this little Teflon guy on here. I believe this pin went in this way. As it would be, my batteries died right at a crucial moment there, and I was in the middle of reinstalling these intake rocker arms. Alright. Now under the magnifier, these rocker arms do look like they're symmetrical. So I should just be able to pop that guy in there, provided I have that at the lowest point there. Wow, that thing's got really good compression. Obviously I'll check this valve lash before I run this engine. The thing I just noticed is this shaft looks really short. I mean, I'm not saying it's been cut. It obviously hasn't been cut off, but it certainly looks like it's going to dictate a wood propeller for sure. Which, I don't know that I've got wood propellers in the size that I really want to run on this engine. I might, I'll have to check. Okay, there you go. You folks that were cringing at the fact of me doing what I just did can now rest assured or rest easy. It's done. I took my quick inside look at this Saito FA-40 open rocker engine, circa probably 1981, I think, is when the review came out. So be looking for videos of this thing to be run.